Hey guys, this is Loy here. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for that have subscribed to my channel and supported, and to all you newcomers to interested in doing a ledger board for a porch roof or even a patio roof. Okay, so I took that one off from that one. My house has the same one. It's metal. So I was building replacing my roof. That's why I had to take that off. At the same time, I've decided that I was going to do this anyway, a porch roof. Okay, um, so to give you an idea how to do this, I'm using a 2x6 struts, okay, beam that's running down. Okay, so the board that I'm using here is a 2x8 by 10 feet. Okay, reason for not using a 2x6, there's a few tips here. So the video is going to be in series. Okay, that way you'll understand better. So first of all, I chose the 2x8 rather than 2x6. The reason why for being, when you cut, pretend this is your board beam running on an angle like that. Okay, the 2x6 is only 5.5, and when you cut this angle, it's much more than 5.5. If you have a 2x6, for example, look at that. You see, it's underneath here and it doesn't look nice. Plus, a 2x8 is much more heavy duty and more strong. So when you look at this, for example, you see it's actually sitting perfectly. All right, that's why you should be using if you're going to use 2x6 struts running down, you should be using a 2x8 or heavier. All right, at the same time, the reason why I also choose a 2x8, okay, because my posts I'm using, there's two posts in there in my garage right now. It's 6x6. I know it's overkill for a little porch like this, but 6x6 makes it look bulky and looks nice when the finish. Okay, and at the same time, here's the issue: when you use a 6x6, it's very heavy, that post. So if you use a small, you need to anchor it that way. This will hold it stronger. Okay, more structural. So let's get back to the this ledger board first. Okay, so basically what you want to do is you want to have a sample piece, right? You want to put it in here, but before you do this, usually you should go for inside house. It's 16 inch on the center, but if I do a 16-inch center on this, I'll have a big wide open there. Then I have to add another one more of these board. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna put it 16-inch on the center, and when 16 inches center, it actually comes much more out evenly. Okay, 17 inches on center, you mark the line and you put this right in here. And the way I'm doing this is I put that sample, like I said, right there. You put it in, you put all these down first. That way you don't need, once this is up, you don't need to be playing around with this later. It's already in place. It's easy for you to put your stringers down and then cut your you can figure out your bird mouth. Okay, it all depends how you want to do it. Okay, but the way I do it is I already at the two end. Why is these two different? The reason why, if this was put over here, this end here is going to touch over here, so you don't want that. Okay, so that's why I put one of this. Okay, these are for end, so I have two, one over there and one over here. All right, basically you just put your screws in there. Yes, I should be using structural one for outdoor, but I have a lot of this, so it's okay to use it. It's just still gonna hold it. Like, I'll be covering it all up anyway. Okay, and I pre-drill all my holes. Okay, and the one I'm using right here, I have a bunch of 7-inch one, but this one is the 5-inch one. Okay, and I'm using this. Reason for showing you this is a 1/2 inch. You want to use a 1/2 inch drill bit. Okay, you want to pre-drill the wooden drill bit first. Then once you have that drill bit, see, this goes in smoothly. Okay, once it go in, sometime if it goes in a little tight, you're supposed to bang it, but I actually made it a little bit bigger, so you can just slide it in, because all it is just holding it. This wedge anchor, depending how many you're gonna put, I put actually a little bit overkill, but this is not. This is very important, guys. A lot of people use this as the structural. That's wrong. Okay, for something small like this, yeah, you could get away with it, but I always suggest these are only for anchoring and holding it down. I'm gonna be having a Simpsons tie structural screws. It's about 10 inches. That's what I use for my patio roof at the backyard. Okay, it's supposed to go on an angle, but I don't want to get into that yet, because once this is just to show you, you will need those structural screws, and you're gonna drill it 15-degree on an angle, and it's supposed to go into your it's supposed to go in your structural house inside on the second floor, whatever it is. There's a board in between there. It's a 2x8. It's supposed to go in there through that, from the concrete, go all the way in there. That's gonna hold your structural. That is the one that's gonna hold it, not these one. Okay, so just keep in mind when you're doing this, you have to have one of those structural screws if you want to do it properly. Okay, or sometimes they use these bolt that screws right into the board too, but those one, you have to go straight, and when it goes straight, it's not that structural, and you don't know where it's going into, because everything is covered inside already in your house, right? You're just playing guessing. All right, guys, so if anything I'm missing here, basically you want to put this down, do it on the ground here first, then you're gonna set up like what I'm doing. See, by myself right now, I cannot show you, because I'm just going to show you that once I start to do that, which I will pretty soon. Okay, then I'm gonna lean it against on that side of the ladder, and I'll be staying here and do my first drill, and then I'll come back over here and do my second drill, so that way that all my anchors is in, it stays straight, and we'll go from there. Okay, but just so you have an idea, basically it's right there. I'll be hanging over there, and I'll be drilling it over here, and I'll have a level, make sure it's straight. Okay, once it's straight, I'll start be drilling, and I'll come back over here and drill the other one so it stays in the board. Once it stays in, I start drilling all the holes that was pre-drilled on my ledger board. Then I will use that Simpsons tie screw that's 10 inches, and I will go on a 15-degree angle. Don't go anything 15 or 20 is max, because if you go 45-degree, the 10-inch will go right through your floor upstairs, and that's wrong. You're supposed to go only about 15 degrees, and when 15 degrees, it comes all the way down here inside to your board, and it just sticks with there. And let me give you an example. Let's say this board is right now is flat, okay, but pretend it's straight. So let's say if the posts and all that, your structure is leaning back this way, it cannot, because your structural Simpson tie screw is 10 inches. It's pulling. See, it's pulling the house already, so it's not going to go nowhere. It's going into the wood and it's just holding it right there. It won't go back this way because it's holding on an angle. Okay, guys, there's a lot of guys that I know that just put these wedge anchor. They just use these and that's it, and that's not right. So if you're gonna do it for your house or you hire somebody, make sure they put the structural screws in there and put it properly. All right, because those brick right there that they're drilling into these one, okay, are not, those are not structural bricks. They're just a gap, just to cover a look. That's it. All right, so it's gonna be a part series, guys. So I think I'm going to I have explained to you everything already. It's better if you have a sample piece like that and you lay this down, right? You screwed it in, okay? Depending on what angle you're using. I'm using an angle of 22.5 degrees. That's what I want, okay? Because that's what I use for my backyard patio. Yeah, the patio roof. So I'm doing the same thing here. Right now it's at 22.5 degrees. All right. But like I said right there, 17 inches. Okay, guys. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. And the tools that you're gonna need. So let's say this is 1/2 inch. You're gonna need a 1/2 inch drill bit, and then you're gonna need a wooden drill bit that's 1/2 inch because you want to pre-drill that. Then you're gonna be taking a hammer. You're gonna bang that in, and this will go right in. Once you this for a concrete drill, okay. All right. It's better if you have a hammer drill, okay. So I hope this on the ledger board, how structural it helps you in detail so you have an idea how to do it. Okay guys, so I hope you stay tuned with the next video on installing it. Alright, until then, have a good time and thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing, and I hope all these tips here would help you guys in the future. Until then, have a great day.